Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Gosha. Welcome to my channel. And today I made for you a special presentation of the event that just took place a few days ago, and that was election in United States. We just had election on November 5th, and I decided to see from a numerological point of view if there is something that connects people, events, dates, birthdays, if there is somehow connection in this particular event. I work with numbers, I decode numbers, I analyze numbers, and numbers are my passion. And that's what I do because I find this fascinated when I can find something that is very difficult to explain, but it makes sense. Then this is really unbelievable sometimes what you can find through numbers. And also, there is the saying that the world, it is the way you think it is. I think it comes from Huna. But there is also this other saying, nothing it is the way you think it is. So let's see through my presentation if you can see something perhaps that you didn't know about it, but you're going to find out today, and you're probably going to be as shocked as I was when I was collecting this information. So it took me a couple of weeks to collect this information, but I was waiting for the election to see if somehow whatever I had until now makes sense with this would happen. So actually did. So I'm very surprised myself that numbers don't lie. Numbers present themselves the way they supposed to do. So let's begin. So as you probably know, and if you don't, I'm going to tell you in a second, that they are different types of group numbers. In numerological world, you may find groups like the karmic numbers, the spiritual numbers, master numbers, prime numbers, triangular numbers. There are many different groups. And usually, when there is a group of numbers that repeat themselves with specific events or in specific person chart, it means that they have something in common. So I found today many connections that you will see that nothing really happened by accident. Somehow there is a timeline that works with the numbers, and through the decode it will show you that everything in the world is written already. It exists somewhere there in the universe, but it's very difficult to decode everything once you don't have a knowledge of the basic numerology. I have several other videos in my channel. If you want to watch them, please do. I speak several other languages, so pretty much I did my presentation in English and Polish. I'm Polish, but I live in the United States. So as you can see, some terms that I use in here in my presentation are in Polish because I'm gonna also present this to my Polish viewers. So I just want to show you today that somehow not everything is going on the way we are told is going on, that there is something there that is unexplainable. Once event occur, then we can really figure it out that yes, it's supposed to happen this way, and numbers show this already, but we can make a clear presentation today. So as I was saying earlier, there are this group of numbers. If we find a similarity, if in person date of birth, in person name, it means they have something in common with each other. It means that these people or these events or this particular day, they all somehow connected and specific event or specific person has this code within the name of their birthday for the event to occur. So in basic numerology, which is Pythagorean, we use numbers from 1 to 9. And this is a board that I had from my previous presentation. Well, I hope you can see it because I didn't have a time to fix this. Like, I hope you understand what I was trying to say. We transform a letter into a number, and each number has specific vibration. For example, number 1 is always about going forward, self, beginning, starting something new. Number 2 is about groups, feelings, intuition, relationships. So as you can see, I have on this board numbers from 1 to 9, and this is the system of Pythagorean system. We transform all these letters into a number, and then we can decode, like I did in the case of Elvis Presley. I decode his name, and the vibration of his name give us a number of 37, and 3 plus 7 is equal 1. So when you find at the end a double digit in Pythagorean numerology, you bring it to the single digit, and that's the vibration of this person's name. Same thing when someone's birthday. We can find a lot of information in someone's birthday. In the numerology, personal numerology analysis, by your birthday, we can find your life path. Life path, it tells you about your mission, what you're supposed to accomplish in this lifetime. But there are also other numbers in your birthday, like the month and the day and the year, and each of these numbers, they telling a specific information about the person's life, the way what you brought here with you from the previous life, because numerology states that we reincarnate in this lifetime, and we come here to accomplish something else, right? Once your mission is not finished yet, it's not over, you come back again, and you're supposed to sometimes do all over again, or sometimes repeat the same pattern until you find a way to stop it. But that's a different program. So also, in another systems that I'm using to decode my events numerology, I use the system of gematria, and gematria or gematria depends where you are in the world. People pronounce this sometimes differently. And in this system, gematria, it's coding words into numbers or decoding numbers through the words through the numbers. So in gematria, we use the numbers in alphabetical orders, right? So each letter appears in system of gematria with the number that it stays in the alphabet. So A is 1, B is 2, let's say S is 19, U is 21, and so forth. But in gematria, there are 4 different ciphers that you can decode a word, a phrase, a name. So the first one is, I don't have here with me, but I'm going to show you in a minute. So there are 4 different ciphers. The first cipher means the first number that it shows you the original vibration. Then there is the reduction vibration. Then there is the reverse vibration and reverse reduction vibration. I know it sounds complicated, but really it's not that complicated once you understand numbers. But what it means, you can count someone's names from the front to the back, or from the back to the front. And by doing this, there are many different numbers that come up in one specific box of the numbers, and if we see a lot of similarity with the event or with someone else, we can say that because of the similarity, there is something in common between the event or two people or three people or a name or something else, right? So this is one of the ways. There are also many different group numbers, right? Like I said previously, there are many different group numbers like prime numbers, triangular numbers, square numbers. They all have something in common with each other because there is a strong connection between the position of the prime number and the prime number itself. What I found out through my analysis, that there is a strong connection. And when you find in an event a lot of the similarity, that means it's not by coincidence. It means that there is something specific that connect the entire event with each other, right? With the people, dates, birthdays, and so far. So let's start it. So in United States, recently we had the election day, what happened on November the 5th, 2024. And as you can see, when you add all these numbers to each other, we get 15, and then we bring this number to a single digit, and we have digit number 6 at the end. So vibration of this entire date was vibration number 6. The word election by itself has a vibration of 83. So in the system of gematria, the first cipher is the original number, and that's the vibration of this word. And as you can see, 8 plus 3 equals 11. So we had two candidates. It was a Donald John Trump, Kamala Davis Harris. And I wrote here down for you, I just put like the first vibration of each word because otherwise it will get really very confused. So I just use the first original cipher of the number. So Donald 50, John 47, Trump 88. The entire name vibrates in number 185. And because this is the system of gematria, I'm not gonna bring all these numbers together because that number tells me something else that is connected to the rest of my page. The second candidate that we have in United States was Kamala Davis Harris, and the vibration of her name is 152. President Trump was born on June 14, 1946. His life path number is number 4. If you don't know what life path number is, there is a lot of videos that you may find up on the internet, on YouTube. Life path number are all the digits in your birthday. You add them together. When you get double number, you add this number to each other, and the single number that you get at the end, that's your life path number. What it means that's your mission. This is what you come here to accomplish in this life, right? In this case with Mr. Trump, number 4. Number 4 tells me about somebody who is hardworking, grounding, doesn't like changes pretty much a lot, but it's gonna be also very hardworking person, which of course President Trump is. From what I heard, he works a lot. And then Kamala Davis Harris, that's her birthday, October the 20th, 1964. This entire date give me 23, and her life path number is number 5. And number 5, anywhere you see number 5 is about changes, doing things, changing things. Number 5 is really active number. It needs to do something, it needs to explore. So that's the basic vibration on number 5. I just want to let you know that if you see dates in my presentation, the first number in the dates always gonna talk about the month, and the second number talks about the day. In numerology, a majority of the numerologists, this is the way we count somebody's birthday: month first, day second. However, I know that in different parts of the world, people use sometime day first and then the month. So what else do we have? I also included this day, right? This is the July 13th, 2024. Remember, there was association attempt on President Trump. That was the day. And I just want to let you know, it happened on July 13th. 13, it's a karmic number. 13 tells us that there was a karma of work. The entire vibration of this day also give us another karmic number, which is 19. And 19, it's a karmic number of abusing power. Of course, the karmic numbers, when you find numbers like this in someone birthday, like 13, 14, 16, 19, and 26, it's not just telling us about karma, but it also gives us a lot of other information in at looking at somebody's birthday. But in this case, we're just gonna concentrate on the most important thing so you get the concept what I'm trying to say. So also what we can see here, this day, the President Trump birthday, it's 165th day of the year. And please look at this. Elon Musk, the vibration of his entire name give us 165. This day is 195th day of the year. This is important because in a few minutes I'm going to tell you something else about 195. Of course, thank God nothing happened, and the situation happened the way it did. No, but yes, one person died, but thank God President Trump was safe. Nothing happened except for the ear, but otherwise the situation was kind of under control. So it could be worse, but thank God it wasn't really as bad as we may think it could be, right? So the other thing what I included in my presentation, it's Elon Musk. As you can see, his entire name vibrates in 165. His birthday is June 28, 1970. Why? He's a life path number 7. Why did I put Elon Musk on my board since this is an election? Because this is very important, ladies and gentlemen. Elon Musk, the day after the election, on the platform X, he put something like this: Novus Ordo Seclorum. And sometime what I do in my analysis, when I look as a phrase, as someone's name, as an event, I count things in many different ways to find similarity, to see if there is something that connect everything together, to connect to people, to events together. So in one of the numerological ways of counting numbers is Sumerian ways, right? And look at this, ladies. Novus Ordum Seclorum equals 1128. And when I find out about this, I try to figure out what does it mean? What is it, right? This is in Latin. So what I found out that it means new order of the ages. And this is the vibration in gematria. This is the Sumerian counting. This is the gematria, which I normally use. And this is the new order of the ages. And what does it mean? What is that, the new order of the ages, right? Well, new order of the ages, ladies and gentlemen, is on the Great Seal on the United States. And if you look at the dollar bill, I hope you can see it. Here under the pyramid, it says Novus Ordo Seclorum. And this comes from the poem that was written by someone named Virgil. And well, if you never heard of this, I propose that you read about it or read the poem and see how this poem is also connected to this event, right? But this is what he wrote: Novus Ordo Seclorum, New Order of the Ages. Same vibration 1128. Next information. President Donald Trump was the 45th president, and he's going to be 47th president. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. 4 plus 5 number is 9. 4 plus 7, 11. 9, 11. And of course, everybody knows what, when we think of 9/11, what happened in 9/11, 2001. And what I found out in my analysis that 9 and 11 many times repeat themselves. They show very strongly in many different events. So there is some connection between 9 and 11, those two numbers. 9 is always about the completion, and 11 it's a master number. And 11 it's a master number, and it usually tells us about serving others, right? So the next information. In the history of US, this is the second time that we have split term. What does it mean? A split term, it's when president serves for 4 years, then there is a break and he serves again. So this is the second time that happened. So when I read about this, I found out who was the first president that was involved in a split term. So the first president was Grover Cleveland, and he was the 22nd and 24th president. His proper name was Stephen Grover Cleveland. His entire name gave us vibration of 110. Without 0, we got 11. He was born on March 18, 1873. His life path is 4, same life path like President Trump. He died on June 24th, 1908. He was 71, and he died in Princeton, New Jersey. And now, President Cleveland was known in United States and in the world as Grover Cleveland. And when I checked the vibration of Grover Cleveland, it gave me original number of 163. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Make America Great Again also equals 163. We see the connection, right? However, President Cleveland, this is the regular gematria counting. The original number will be 188. However, in Sumerian counting, it gave us a vibration of 1128. And please look at this. The Novus Seclorum also is equal of 1128. So, here, okay. So this is also a good history lesson for people who don't know this. I hope you appreciate there's a lot of history going on in here too. I didn't know about this too until recently when I put everything together. So, Cleveland was announced a president after the Civil War, and he was a president from 1885 to 1889, and he was the 22nd president. After Cleveland, there was Benjamin Harrison. He was born on August the 20th, 1833. He died on March 13, 1901. He was the president from 1889 until 1893. And then Cleveland became president again on March 4th, 1893 until March 4th, 1897, and he was the 24th president. And the first split term election was on November 8th, 1892. First split term. Then now the election day and that President Trump was running for was on November 5th. I hope you can see this. November 5th, 2024. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. From the first split term to the second split term election day, it's exactly 131 years, 11 months, and 28 days. Same as Novo Ordo Seclorum and same as vibration of President Cleveland, numerological vibration in Sumerian counting. So this was very amazed that I find out to show you. And now we're going to go to the second page.